right, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers listening to this video. Have and have not fans, this is going to be a day I got like 7 or 8 videos I'm just going to burn through, post them. That way, when Monday comes, I'll officially be able to relax a little bit because I need to go to the car dealership, spend 3 hours to have a new starter put in. But thankfully, they told me my warranty on the vehicle will kick in, so I just got to pay $100 now. So I'm very happy because if you remember several days ago, I said after going up there, they said it would be $581. So that's a blessing in itself. Now for this particular video, being Mother's Day, I figured I could either talk about first Wyatt chasing around his mom with a gun, or probably the scene that most people were talking about at the end of the latest trailer we got, and I'm going to play that last several seconds right here.
Benjamin, this is all yours.
All right, so based off the trailer, and I'm talking about both trailers, the first one we got in April, then one we just got a couple of days ago. It seems like Hanna and Jim are both wearing the same outfits in regards to the outfit that Hanna was wearing when she had the knife on Jim, same outfit she had when she's sitting down across the living room from Jim. And then she's like, Benjamin, this MF is all yours. So it looks like Benny probably comes down the stairs, probably going to the kitchen or about to leave the house, notices Jim standing there. That's why he's glaring. And then that's when, Hanna basically sicks Benny on Jim. And I mean, literally, this is him just unleashing all that anger. And you can imagine how brutal of a beating this is. And Jim being the son of a bitch he is, I mean, just look how casually he's sitting in the living room there. It's like, I just highly doubt that he walked or knocked on the door. I bet he probably just, got a key or something, found his way in there, and was just sitting in the living room. That way, when somebody came down the stairs, whether it be Jim or Hanna, he would be right there waiting for him. And not to jump too far ahead, but I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, that Hannah's also wearing the same shirt or blouse or whatever you want to call it in this scene with Jim. We can imagine this is probably the next morning because it's probably follow-up on what Hanna was saying in the last episode. It's like, Catherine, just tell your husband not to come after me or my son anymore. In the morning, we're going to go to the bank, sign over the money, and then that'll be it. So Jim, probably being Jim, will come over to the house unannounced just to ensure that's happening, or he's just there to act like an asshole again. Because remember, there is that one scene in the first trailer we got last month where Catherine was saying that I'm thinking about letting Hanna keep all the money. So, and I'm not saying what Jim is doing is right, but to be somewhat fair, and I mean somewhat fair, like, yeah, I know he had Benny stabbed and all, but going back to the last time Hanna said, don't worry, we're going to the bank in the morning to have the money transferred over. Remember, that didn't happen because that's when they went to the bank. The bank clerk, or whatever you want to call her, she had all the paperwork right in front of them. All they had to do was sign, and the money would have been given back to the Criers. But Benny at the time wasn't having it, and it wasn't because of Candace, and it wasn't because of Hanna. It was because Mitch called him about them alone. So after that, that's when Hanna went over to the house and said that Benny wouldn't sign the papers. And then that's when Jim got on her case and when she left the car and walked away from the house. So in Jim's defense, and yes, I am defending Jim slightly. And yeah, remember, this was before Benny got stabbed and everything. The word of Hanna hasn't been absolute because once again, she said before that they would go to the bank the next morning and transfer the money over, but that didn't happen that time around. So he probably needs the reassurance that it would happen this time. But I could be wrong. Maybe Jim does go to the door and knock, but just based off the way he's casually sitting like that, it wouldn't surprise me if he's just waiting there for someone. So he could just be making things worse, because if he didn't show up and, him acting like Jim, those two were probably going to the bank to sign the money over, and that would have been it. But we'll just have to wait and see. Now, the fact that it's confirmed that it isn't Derek that Benny's beating down, we can tell by the shirt he's wearing. In that first trailer, you know, he's running. Well, in this trailer, we see him running, but in the last trailer, we see him kind of like on his knees beating someone into the ground. We don't know who it is. We just see his fist going up and down, you know, obviously striking someone. Then we see Jim being dragged across the floor and then thrown onto the sidewalk. And then we have this interesting scene where it's Hanna and Benny, and then some people have been saying it's Derek, but no, I think by the complexion it's definitely Benny there. Kind of like Jim is just on the sidewalk and they're just kind of like, okay, what do we do now? Are we going to get the money back? So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But despite how awesome this scene is most likely going to be, I would much rather see a Benny and Wyatt encounter. I just want to see those two meet for the first time. And I mean, yeah, even if they beat Jim, do you think they're going to give back the money? Do you feel like Hannah's just not going to give back the money now? And guys, I know Catherine said she wants Hanna to have it, and maybe the whole Derek thing is just going to add more fuel to the fire in regards of, you know what, I do feel bad for what I did to Hanna now, and more than ever, she needs some security. So yeah, she has the job with me, or maybe Catherine fires Derek. But remember, Derek is kind of like a freelance worker where he's kind of loaned out to other people. So yeah, just because he doesn't work for Catherine anymore doesn't mean there aren't other people he can't do work for. Like, I doubt he's going to be doing work for Veronica, but yeah, he's probably going to be working for other people. And I'll do a quick separate video on that, because if Catherine makes it so nobody hires Derek, I'm going to hate her. I swear I will. But with that being said, what do you think of the Jim and Benny face-off? Obviously, Benny's going to beat his ass, but just based off that picture where Jim is on the ground outside of the house looking like he's in pain, it doesn't look like he's going to be banged up in the face and scarred and whatnot. Just Benny's going to let him have it. Do you think Hannah's just going to get the money back now? It's like, in a way, if you give the money back, then you wouldn't have to worry about, you know, Jim doing anything at that point anymore. Let's just say, hypothetically, if they give the money back, yeah, Benny's still in trouble with the Malones, but then Catherine's like, you know what? Here's $3 million. Then Jim shouldn't be. Then if Jim does anything after that, then he truly deserves whatever happens, because that's Catherine giving Hanna the money. That's not Candace stealing the money, then transferring over to the joint bank account. That's Catherine giving the money. Sure, if Hanna has any reservations, that's completely understandable. But at that point, Jim doesn't no, because if you want to, I guess you could say, look at this from a completely different angle. Oh, sure, they get the inheritance money back, because that's what Jim's been bitching about the whole time. But if Catherine decides to take $3 million of her own money and give it to Hanna, there's nothing she can do. So, yeah. But with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I don't think I know exactly when this beating is going to happen, due to the fact that it seems we're definitely going to be stuck on the same night for at least the next several episodes. But I'm excited. Let me know what you think will happen. Do you think Benny's wound will heal by then? You know, his tummy. But we'll have to wait and see. You know how plot devices are. So with that being said, once again, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. You know, when you kind of think about it, it's the 12th. Oh, yeah, okay, we're not at the halfway point of the month. I'm looking at the calendar. I'm like, oh, crap, we only got 2 more weeks left. This year's flying by, y'all. But with that being said, I got episode synopsis videos on the way, and I'll talk to you soon. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you just saw, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, or if you have anything you would like to add to the video, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to keep up with me on social media, go to the description box. All of my links for social media are right there. Also, if you feel like you would like to donate to the channel, make sure to click on the link to PayPal. Any amount helps. $1, $5, $20. As a full-time YouTuber, any support from my fans really does mean a lot to me. Finally, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you're kept up to date on any new content I post to the channel. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next video.